TWA.
Greetings. I am Dr. Jasper VanDrayson, and I am the Afterlife Coach. Welcome back. Our destination this week is one of the most powerful vibrational loci I have ever encountered. Several opposing factors have converged here to create absolutely prime paranormal real estate. I think that even the most hackneyed and inept ghost chaser would be overwhelmed by the stimuli that one immerses oneself in when one dares to enter into this nexus, this meeting of here and there, this portal, if you will. Nestled in the rural hills, far from the everyday hustle and bustle of life, our objective awaits. This unassuming brick building, sitting on its own, rotting quietly away in a clearing in the woods, hides just absolutely horrifying secrets within its walls. We'll discover and reveal those mysteries. You will watch, enthralled, as I grapple with the forces of the unknown to bring you these answers that you so desperately need. Established in 1982, the Brownstone Regional High School was the primary educational facility for the 4 townships that surrounded it. These 4 small towns primarily made their living in the agricultural and mining industries. The 80s were a wonderful time with mineral prices high and great weather bringing bumper crops for the community. This good luck, however, was not going to last. In the very early 1990s, a huge mining disaster, along with several cave-ins, led to the closing of all the mines. This was a huge economic blow to the 4 townships and led to massive decrease in population as the miners moved away seeking other employment. And this was a bad situation, but the worst was yet to come. In 1992 and 1993, all of the crops grown around the area came in poorly. Sickly, withered, discolored, riddled with fungus, inedible, unsellable. This was terrible. Experts were brought in to try to determine the causes. After much research, their determination was that the mine failures had led to the release of some form of toxic gas or contaminated groundwater that destroyed the crops. They believed that it might rectify itself given time, but could give no timeline for this to take place. This was the final blow to the communities. By 1995, the towns, and by extension, the school, were deserted. Abandoned to nature by the mass exodus of its residents, it left behind one of the largest collections of modern ghost towns in America today. While there may be some interest in exploring the townships, I will leave that to the lesser researchers to dig through the rubble and scour through holes like some type of demented hobbit. I will turn my attention to the school itself. Brownstone Regional High School had its own tragedy, played out against the larger backdrop of the tragedies of the township itself. Shortly after it opened, a janitor died under mysterious circumstances. In 1986, a crazed student took the lives of 4 of his fellow students and then himself in the gymnasium. The following year, a school guidance counselor in the school after hours and drinking fell down the stairs to his death. The Brownstone, being a typical school, is filled with the background vibrations of uncontrolled teenage hormones and teenage angst. Against a backdrop of this kind, this static, this interference, if you will, it would be very difficult to detect other vibrations. However, in this circumstance, there are several factors that are going to allow me to cut through this and get to the main point of our investigation. These factors include the deaths that occurred while the school was operational that I've already mentioned, combined with the background of fear and hopelessness brought about by the town's desertion. These conditions will amplify the signals from beyond, allowing me to penetrate the static and get to the core of these mysteries, assisted by my interns, Susan and Kyle. While those who have ever been in a school may doubt the ability of a few tragedies to cut through the background emanations created by disaffected youth, there are things working in my favor. A much darker situation arose at the brownstone many years after its abandonment. With this in my pocket, working in my favor, I will attempt to penetrate the veil to find this deeper, deeper mystery. And let me tell you, my very sanity may be at stake. I may be risking my life and the lives of my interns, Sasha and Cole. So please, make sure to join me again next week as we begin to peel the metaphysical onion that is Brownstone Regional High School. Join me again here on The Afterlife Coach.
Now becoming a Warrior crowd because the Warriors are playing very well, and